Hello everyone, this is Own Wall Street with thetradersperspective.com analyzing GDXJ, the Gold Junior Miners Index, and honestly this has been a very frustrating trade for a lot of people. I've personally stayed out of it. I just, like I said, in previous videos, I just don't get involved in situations where there's just too much, uncertainty. And when I have this much uncertainty, I'm kind of, I'd rather sit on the sidelines and wait for um, to develop a better perspective on where things are going. Now, as I said last week, that price when it had closed above this 20 period simple moving average, and then I said that prices would go up and either test the 37.90. If they could break, then we'd be looking at a 39.80 test. However, we had a gap and a trap, and now we have, in my honest opinion, price will continue to gyrate between this trend line here and then this downtrend line, with gold doing what it's doing, failing to break out. This is what we have. I mean, if gold had broken out, closed above 1270, then I believe this candlestick would have probably closed near this 50 period simple moving average, or even higher at like 38.26. However, no sense in discussing things that did not occur. Let's just jump into what actually is happening. So gold did not break higher. The miners have been under pressure because they actually moved substantially off their lows, and then let me just zoom out for you so you can see substantially from the support line. Here we go, and it's been kind of like the story with gold, except gold's maintained higher while the miners have kind of been slacking. My moving averages indicated a buy here and here. Now we are showing either a sell signal if prices go below, but either way, I would not be looking to take a position within the miners. I think that honestly prices will continue to gyrate between these two moving averages. It will be a day trader's heaven, but as far as seeing those substantial gains like we had back here on a daily basis, it's going to be quite frustrating for the bulls, and it's going to be frustrating for the bears too. Now, if price does break below this trend line and breaks below the support line at 35.17, roughly 35.20, then I believe we are going to see some further downside, as a break of this means that this is the next level that we're going to see for the miners. And I know a lot of you are holding on tight, thinking and wondering why the miners are not following with gold. Well, that is because gold is struggling itself, and a lot of the big investment houses are uncertain as to whether prices will go higher or if prices will go lower. And I'm speaking in reference to gold. Now, as far as the miners would be concerned, you have the same type of concern. So you would see, and I've seen some of you post this on some of the stock forums, that you have a lot of short selling or selling of calls on the GDXJ and JNUG ETFs. So they're inherently already bearish biased, clearly, as we have prices down here, and if you were to look at the gold chart, it would be just the opposite. In fact, you'd have prices hovering up here. So in the near term, I would say you have this chop that's going to happen in here. It's not a pretty situation. If you can avoid it, I would suggest to avoid it. If you're in it, have a stop loss set, have a plan, know what you're doing. If you don't, then just be extra aggressive with your stop loss is my tip to you. Maybe try to focus on this micro trend line here, and if price breaks below here, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take the loss here if you're in, for a couple $100. That's nothing too serious. But if prices break down to here and then this happens to fall, or if gold for some reason reverses, then you'd be in a lot of trouble. But as far as I'm concerned, I would say, my opinion, given gold's consolidation slash area of support and resistance versus the miners' support and resistance, I'd be looking at this level here. I'd be looking at around 37.50 as the top end of the range, and then on the bottom end of the range, I'd be looking at this level right here around 35.50, 35.60 to hold. So between these two lines, I don't really give this line that much credibility. I think that we could easily shatter through that. But even if you did, let's say, give it credibility, so you have this line here, you could draw another one right here, and you would see that, on a micro level, we have a breakout and then pull between that back into this box or the wedge, if you will. So whenever prices do that, they tend to get back in there, and then, if these two lines weren't here, you would see prices continue back down to the major trend line, or more established uptrend line than this shorter time frame trend line. So again, it's a messy situation. If you're in it, good luck. Do what you can, manage your risk effectively and efficiently. This is not the breakout time frame for the miners. If anything, this is another period of consolidation, so you're going to have a repeat of this beauty right here, which I know some of you are so fond of. Myself, I'm just going to continue to sit on the sidelines until I see something better happening. If you're interested in trading gold's moves more directly, I would strongly suggest that you focus your attention on UGLD. That's Unicorn Gold Larry David. That's a 3 times ETF. It's 1-for-1 matches up for what gold does. It's 3 times leverage. So whatever gold does, let's say it goes up 3%, or I'm sorry, if it goes up 1%, UGLD will go up 3%. So it's better than the miners, in my opinion. The miners obviously will have those greater percentage days, such as those 15 to 20% days. If gold has a 15% day, then that's going to be a monster day for the miners. But sometimes you got to be a little bit more conservative and plan accordingly. And if you have a situation like this just looks like a mess. I'm not interested in this at all on a personal level. But gold itself, definitely interested in. I don't think that I'd be taking a position this week in gold. In fact, I'd be looking at other natural resources. Let's just put it that way. But if you have any questions, stop by the website. I'd be glad to assist you. This is Own Wall Street from thetradersperspective.com. Subscribe to the channel. I will be performing a midweek update, so look for my video updates on Sundays as well as on Wednesday evenings around 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening.